Hello, this is an Epson L1300 printer, and then I'll show you how to fix these different problems on this particular printer. So you can see this is L1300, and I'm going to be showing you how to fix different errors. As you know, this printer doesn't have a display screen, so there's no way for you to know the problem with the printer or the error code. If you don't know how to read the error code, you have to either depend on your computer, if your printer is plugged to a computer, or you learn how to read the error code. So the first problem I'm going to deal with is frequent paper jam. Now, for this particular printer I'm working with, it has not been used for a very long time, and then they just want to use it for the first time, and they discover that the paper keeps jamming. Each time they send the job, the paper will get rumpled inside, and one of the things that can cause this is the dust. The dust has built up inside the gears and different rollers on this particular printer. I'll show you an example right now. I will try to print out the test page. I'll try to do a fit test, and then let's see what happens. So you can see I've sent the fit test. You can see that the light is blinking now, which means the paper is supposed to come out anytime from now. But instead of the paper to come out normally, you will notice that it's going to get rumpled inside, which is not the way it's supposed to be. You can see the paper is rumpled inside, and that is because the printer actually needs servicing. So I'll show you what to do in this situation. Now, the first thing you are going to do is we are going to clean up all these areas. You can see this line, that is the sensor that the carriage that moves to and fro reads. They are going to clean it up, including the rail. I'm going to add oil on the rail, and then I'm going to add grease on other gears also. I'll show you how to do all of that. So to do that, of course, you have to open the lid where you'll be able to access the carriage itself, because I'll be working around those areas, including all these areas that I'm touching right now. And then this particular line, this is the line that the carriage reads. If it is dirty or stained or dusty in any way, it can affect the movement of the carriage, and it will cause paper jam. So now I have my piece of cloth. I'm going to clean the rail, the line that the carriage reads. I'm going to clean it with a piece of cloth, because this can cause the carriage jam if it's dirty also, or stained with ink. So that should be one of the first places you should check when you want to service it. And the next place I'm going to do is to apply grease to the rail itself, the rail that the carriage moves on. I'll apply grease, special oil to it. The oil I'm going to be using is oil in a syringe. I'm going to be using the liquid grease, so I'll take some in my syringe and I'll apply to all these areas. So you can see the reason why I'm using the syringe is because I want to be able to get to some hard to reach areas. So I'll use my syringe. I'll just put some droplets on the rail so that the carriage will be able to move freely, and then I'll apply to other areas, on other rollers also. You have to be careful when applying it to these rollers, because the first 2-3 pages will be stained with oil. So if you don't mind sacrificing the first 3 pages after adding oil to it to be stained with oil, you should just go ahead and do it. But just take note that the first 3 pages or 4 pages that you're going to print out after applying oil to these areas that I'm applying oil to might be stained with grease. So you have to take note of that. So after this, the next thing I'm going to do is to do a test print, and then hopefully everything is sorted. The second problem I'm going to be dealing with is no paper error. When you put the paper inside, it keeps giving you no paper error. So to be able to deal with this, most of the time the problem just has to do with this guide right here, this one I'm touching right now. If you sent a job that is supposed to be A3 and you added A4 paper, it is not going to come out. It will keep telling you that there is no paper. And if you send a job that is A4 and you have A3 paper in the printer, it is going to keep telling you that there is no paper. You can see, so you have to adjust this the guide accordingly, according to the paper that you're going to use. If not, the guide is going to send a message to the printer that this is the particular paper that is in the printer, and if that is not the paper you sent with, it's going to show you no paper error. So you can see that from the light it will keep showing no paper. You can see the light keeps blinking, but when the print comes out, it will give you no paper error. You can see the light I'm talking about, the red light under the paper sign. It's a sign that there is no paper inside, and the reason for this is because of the guide. The guide is not set appropriately. The guide is set the wrong way. You have a different paper and then you set the guide for another paper entirely, so the printer will keep sending message back that there is no paper inside, even if there is paper. So to be able to resolve this issue, all you have to do is just adjust your guide accordingly. If you have A3 paper in the printer, adjust the guide to meet up with A3, and if you have A4 paper, you have to adjust your guides to adjust the guide to A4. So I'm going to do a test